today. Try to make this one short, but we have a lot to do, even though most of it's from yesterday. So let's get right into it. So first, we have a teaser from a K-pop group called Crayon, and they're having a comeback soon. Let me see if we know when. It doesn't seem like it, but they have released a teaser. So apparently that comes out on the 26th. So you might think that they're saying a different word. It's Dudum CHIT chit. So yeah, you might get mixed up. Don't worry. It's all good. We're not gonna get those YouTube strikes, you know. So moving on. We have one that we're going to talk about a lot today, and that is Shabet. They're also having a comeback very, very soon, and they've released pretty much all their teasers, but they were on the dates that I wasn't doing it, so I missed all of them. So I'm going to cover all of them today, but first we will take a look at this teaser, kind of. So basically, her boss just gave her a bunch of work when she wants to go home. What is she gonna do? Turn evil? Turn it down? Doesn't that look nice? It just looks amazing, doesn't it? Just looks amazing. The last one, and this will be a live one. I have not watched this yet, so we're all gonna watch it together. And that is the next GOT7 teaser. So it's GOT7. Let me see. I'm sorry, but I can't remember when their comeback is. It's soon. I know it's soon. You know what? I think it's on the 27th or the 29th. I'm not sure which one. It's on one of those. So watch out for that. So you know, that was a bit crazy right there, watching all that stuff, but the videos take a bit longer. I've now got a way to get the images to where they don't take a long time to load on this, but the videos still take a little while, so I want to get through with them first. So we'll go to Shabet in a bit, but before we do that, we have some more, and I put the yesterday I talked about the new Power Rangers posters, but you might not have been able to actually see all of them but one. I couldn't find a picture that had all of them in it, so I'm going to show them really quickly. There's the red Power Ranger, black Power Ranger, blue Power Ranger with that style, you know, pink Power Ranger, and the yellow Power Ranger. I can't remember. I believe I used the pink Ranger in the thumbnail for the last video, but I wanted to show them just in case. Of course, this isn't the same video, but you know, it's close enough. It's close enough. So the next thing that we're going to go to is Monsta X, who is a K-pop group that are coming back soon. To be exact, on October 4th. So not this month, but pretty soon anyway. So they have started teasing, and so their first thing was their comeback schedule. So let me read it out. So on the 22nd, we've got the Clue 1, and on the 23rd, the Clue 2. The 24th, the album track list. On the 25th, the Oath of Hyungyeon. And then we've got the Oath of Minhuk, I believe, on the 26th. Then on the 27th and 28th, we've got Photo 1, Photo 2. On the 29th, we've got teaser, and then we've got an album preview on the 1st, and the VLive countdown on VLive thing, and then their comeback is on the 4th. So, you know, they're going to have a good amount of teasers, and we're actually going to look at one of those teasers. It's already come out. That actually came out yesterday, but I wasn't able to cover it because, of course, I didn't have time. So they've released the clues. So yeah, we're going to take a look at the clues in a second here. See, yeah. But instead, since I don't have the image for it, I forgot about it. But we'll talk about it for a second. Some older news, and I'm probably going to put this as the thumbnail, but Commissioner Gordon was really revealed. Of course, he's in Justice League, but we haven't actually seen J.K. Simmons, who is playing Commissioner Gordon in the DC movie universe. We hadn't actually seen him as Commissioner Gordon, so we got our first look at him. So when you look at J.K. Simmons, you don't necessarily see him as Commissioner Gordon right off the bat, you know, because he doesn't have a mustache or anything. So, excuse me, he doesn't look as close to Commissioner Gordon. But the photo that they've shown of him, that Zack Snyder had on his Twitter or whatever, it looks very, and you'll see it in the thumbnail. You can reload the video if you want to see it. It looks very, very good. He looks just like him. So I'm very happy about that. So yeah, can't wait to do that. This little, we'll throw in some extra stuff. We have a lot to do today. So anyway, basically, here are our clues. So of course we had clue 1 and clue 2, so this is our clue, and I think this is a clue as well. They're pouring something on a flower, and then they've got the flower in there. So yeah, I have no idea what that means, but yeah, I'm excited for their comeback. Their comebacks haven't been like the best songs or my favorite songs, but I do very much enjoy them. So I'm looking forward to their comeback, and it is actually the part of the clan. This comeback is the Clan 2.5 Part 2, Guilty. So be excited for that coming soon. So next we have our big one for today, and we have a lot of stuff to go through. So first we have our comeback with Dal Shabet. So we go back to Dal Shabet. I believe all the rest is going to be So Dal Shabet are coming back. So okay, so their album will be released on Friday. Wait, no. The album is called Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it will be released on 29th, midnight Korean Standard Time, as most comebacks are. So these photos, I believe I covered a photo before where they were in suits. So now that we have the mirrored versions or whatever. Kind of weird, but basically they look in the mirror and they're in dresses or something. So here's that image of them in dresses. Of course, the other image was with all them in suits, but I think what they were really talking about is this, which I didn't get for a second. Sorry, but basically they're in suits right there, but when they look in the mirror, they're in dresses. So I like that. I think it's a cool look. So there's the 4 members. Looking cool. And then of course they've got the ones where they're just kind of casual partying. So those are those, but they've also released some other ones, which I believe is them in the solo shots kind of, and I think they've each got a job. So this image is Woohee, the member Woohee, and she is drinking some coffee. That's all. Okay, so the next one is Sari, and apparently she's supposed to be a fashion designer. So there we go. I guess that's a mannequin in the back. So cool. Then we have Subin, who is, I'm just going to guess, they didn't even tell me, I'm going to guess she's a photographer because it seems pretty obvious that she is. There you go. Is it too close for comfort? Yes. Let's move on. We've got one more. There's 4 members. There used to be more members of Shabet, but I believe either 4 or 2 members left the group, so that's only 4. So who is the last member? It's Ahang, and here is her teaser. I guess she's like a scientist or yeah, she's a scientist. So that's all the images and videos for today. We do have some other stuff to talk about, and we'll talk about that really quickly at the end. So we have some casting, and that is for the Pacific Rim movie, Pacific Rim 2. Now, it's got some names, but I don't want to say the names since I don't know if that's the final name of the movie or not, so I'm just going to call it Pacific Rim 2. We have 2 castings, one from yesterday and one for today, so we'll cover the one from today. And that is Levi Meaden, was cast in the movie. He was in some CW shows, iZombie and The 100. So, take that as you will. If you like those CW shows, then you'll be happy. But if you still think the CW shows don't have good actors, then maybe that's not so good for the movie. But he's not in the lead role, so he shouldn't have too much to do. So I don't think he can mess it up. But the bigger one is that, let me make sure. Jing Tian, Chinese actress that stars in the movie The Great Wall, that also stars Matt Damon, and is coming out, I believe, later this year or next year. It's a big movie. She has been also cast in the movie, so thank you finally for casting Asian people in the movie. That was my one critique of the last casting. So it seems like they listened and cast an Asian person. Now, of course, she's Chinese. She's not Japanese like the last one, but as long as there's Asian people in there to get that Asian market, and I mean, Asian people, they're cool. I like anime. I like K-pop, so obviously I like Asian people, and I like to be in more movies. And so that will bring us to our next thing, and that is that some clips for the live-action Ghost in the Shell movie that does not have an Asian meat character, but still it has other Asians in it. Some clips were released for it, and I think it's not enough. It's not enough. It shows some random scenes and stuff, but it's like less than a minute from the movie, so you can't really see a whole lot. But it's the first that we've seen of the characters moving around, so they don't look too bad yet. Although some people have said that they do, that it does look very cheap, but I don't think it looks too cheap. So we'll see how that goes. I think that when we get a full trailer, that will be when we get to see how it's going to really play out, and maybe some of the story, the action, or whatever. We have some more Power Rangers news to go on to end the day off, and that is that Bill Hader, who is, I believe, a comedian, or he's been on comedy shows and stuff, was cast in Power Rangers as the robot companion to them called Alpha 5. So Alpha 5 was like a companion dude, and he was friends with all of them and stuff. So yeah, I don't watch the show, but that's what they said about him. So he is a character, so I don't know if that's the right role for him, but no, okay, well. I don't really know him, so but that happened. I can't talk about it too much, but it's there. It happened. something. It's cool. I guess. Our actual last one will be talking about, will just be a little kind of reminder thing, and that is that there was an anime called Aka 13ku Kansatsuka, or Aka 13th Ward Observation Department. And I saw some stuff from it, and that looks like it's going to be a good anime. It's directed by Shingo Natsume, who directed One Punch Man, and it's made by Madhouse, who also made One Punch Man and a ton of other great animes. So that looks like it might be a really good anime, and it's going to premiere in January. So I might say more stuff about that later, but I just wanted to include that. So you know about it. So I'll see you later. Goodbye.